Okay, so testing out a new camera. Well, I'm gonna attempt to remove the outer trim, but I want to make sure that we have a good point of view, and let's see if I can accomplish that. Okay, so let's see how this goes. So I'm gonna see if I can open the window. Let's see. Oh yeah. Pull it up. Oh yes. It's coming out. And then you pull back and it's off. Oh. Okay. Okay, so remove that. And then we'll remove this. And the back clip. And now I gotta remove 4. 1, 2, 3. There's 4 screws. Okay, so first remove this. Remove this one. Another one here. I know there's a 4th. Yeah, but where is it? 1, 2, 4. I hear that you pull up on the door panel and it pops right out, and then you just unplug the wires from in here. So the stupid wireless microphone stopped working, so I guess from this point forward I'll be doing a voiceover. After removing the door panel, the next step would be to remove the speaker and get access to the bolt that is holding the side view mirror. At this point, I removed most of the bolts except for one, and then I am unplugging now the electrical connector to remove the speaker. Now this is the bass speaker, and it looks very thin and kind of cheap, but it sounds pretty good. Anyways, after removing the speaker, I realized that I didn't really have to do that because I found the bolt or axis where the bolt is to remove the side mirror. So I didn't want to drop the bolt as I was taking it off. So instead I've used this little, whatever thing this is called, to grab the bolt head and pull it out. Now the only thing holding the mirror is the wiring harness, so I'll just fish it out. So the wiring harness is pretty deep and kind of difficult to remove. So after struggling for a few minutes, I finally got it out. After spending many hours watching YouTube videos on how to remove this black trim, I found someone who was doing a car wrap, and he showed how he removed that trim in order to do a full wrap. So what you do here is those little clips, you turn them to the left halfway. Once you do that to all the white clips, then it'll come off. It has a double-sided tape holding it as well, so you just rip that off. There are quite a few clips holding the trim, so once you remove all of them, then you need to remove the rear quarter glass to split the trim from the frame of the rear quarter glass. And this is where the trim meets the frame of the glass, and it goes all the way down to the end, and all that is just one unit. So in order to remove the glass, I have to remove the inner trim where the seatbelt is bolted, and then that will expose the two bolts holding the glass, and that will just pop right out. So here I will show you how I turn it to the left, and in order to remove the or unlock the trim. So you use a Torx, I forget what size, but I mean, if you're gonna be doing this yourself, you can figure it out. But you just turn it to the left until it stops, and then you do that over and over until you get to all the clips. After unlocking all the white clips, the next thing I have to do here is remove, or actually break off, the double-sided tape. It's super thin, not that strong, so with the this little plastic tool, I'll just break off the double-sided tape until everything is loose and ready to come out. Alright, so now the entire double-sided tape is broken off, everything is loose, just hanging there. So what I need to do next is loosen up the rear quarter glass. Just pop it out enough so I can remove the trim. And then once it's out, then the glass also comes out. As I mentioned earlier, this is the piece that needs to come out. It's just held by two clips. Once it's out, it will expose the two bolts holding the glass. The glass will come out just enough to release the trim, and then the glass is off as well. So here, I'm using the plastic trim tool remover to remove the I think it's called a B pillar or whatever pillar it is, but anyways, that piece needs to come off. So this piece has two metal clips holding it, and it's super tight. I really couldn't get a good angle to remove it, so I try different positions. I go in, I go to the side, I go out. I struggle quite a bit, but finally I removed it. At this point, I needed to get a closer look, see what's holding it and how to remove the clips. So I figured out I can take the smaller trim where the seatbelt comes out, so that way I can take a better look and maybe use a pick to release the metal clips. This damn thing just wouldn't come off. Maybe it's because it's my first time doing this and I'm not familiar how to remove it, or maybe Porsche used some really good metal clips that they want to make sure that it's not going to come loose. But finally I was able to take it out. And here they are, the two bolts. Here's the upper bolt, and underneath the seatbelt there's the second bolt. You remove those two and the glass will come right off. So just get a 10mm socket and remove the two nuts and you're done. And this is the moment I've been waiting for. So slowly, carefully, just jiggle it, break it loose, and just pop it enough to remove the trim. At this point, the glass is loose enough to pull the trim. So carefully, just pull it out until it's completely out of the car. I am very happy that I was able to remove the trim without any damage, so that means I don't have to spend any more money to replace an original part. As for the glass, nothing is holding it now, so just pull it out carefully, remove the clip that is holding that corner, boom, there it is. Here's a close-up of the clip. It goes right into that corner part of the glass lip, and then the 2 bolts on the other edge, and that's everything holding the glass. So one thing I like to do, not to lose any hardware, I put the nuts back onto the glass. So when it's time to put it back on, I'm not going to spend hours searching for it. So those are the 2 studs. Put the 2 nuts back in and put everything away until I'm ready to put it back on. And now that the glass is removed, I will be sanding this area for the paint job. And to recap, that piece is where the plastic trim or bracket is holding the glass right there in the corner. It goes in there. And then you have the 2 studs going through those 2 holes with a 10mm nut. And that's holding the quarter glass. And the trim is bolted onto the perimeter of that window, as well as the double-sided tape. And here's a close-up of the double-sided tape. It's not that strong, but it's strong enough to hold it in place. So you remove, turn the clips, the white clips, and then break off the double-sided tape. And as you saw in the video, everything just comes off very easily.